Oh yeah. Welcome to the show, folks. Tuesday. How you is? How it was? What it be out there? Yeah. Had ate a bunch of tomato sauce as a greasy guinea will. I mean a lot. I mean I eat it. I could put it on my cereal. I'm fucking really greasy like that. I love tomato. So I'm eating it just with a spoon. Had a couple meatballs. Another grease move. And then I had 2 peaches, which is, if anybody knows anything, that's a ton of acid. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. You eat a lot of acidy shit and you get like all of a sudden you get almost like a blood blister on the inside of your cheek. Well, this one was on the side of my tongue. It felt like I had a piece of food. It was so big. I look in the mirror. It was the size of my thumbnail, like a blood blister. So with the thumb, I go, ugh. I feel a release. And I was telling Dallas, I wiped a little off the sink. There was blood on the sink, a little bit. As I'm leaving, I look out of the corner of my eye. It's all over the mirror. It looked like somebody was assassinated. There had to be an ounce of blood. And it was nice and dark. And now my tongue is fucking throbbing, which is triggering everything up. My throat's killing me right now. I don't know if that's my tongue. If one of you gynecologists could call in and let us know. Oh, mama, right here. That gland is fucking COVID-like. Anyways, that's what I do. I eat like an animal. I made meatballs over the weekend, too. I didn't tell you guys about that. We'll get to all that. People keep going, he's going to have a cooking show. You guys realize Colin Quinn said that when we were on Tough Crowd? I've been cooking a long time. I guess I could make it funny.
Kidding me?
Huh?
You kidding me?
Dallas is fucking all over me.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Maybe I can do like the manager at Arby's and piss in the sauce while I'm making it. That's a story we're actually doing. We've got the meat. Yeah, and we've got the shits. Tell Billy to keep his urine to himself. Anyhow, is this racist? I don't know. I thought that was like an Asian guy. Anyways, back to the show. Speaking of communists, Putin Kaput, question mark? Russian President Vlad Putin, very ill, it says, with blood cancer. An oligarch close to the Kremlin said in a secret recording obtained by the Nick Paolo show. No, by New Lines magazine. So he might have, leukemia. Wouldn't that be kind of a blessing? It almost makes you believe in God, doesn't it? Seriously, he's like the fucking, how many deaths is he responsible in Ukraine? And 15,000 of his own soldiers and shit, and
Not to mention everybody who's died during his reign.
That's right. That's exactly right. A lot of those were journalists. I have no problem with that. I don't know why Trump didn't learn from that. Stop poisoning journalists. Fucking imagine CNN, fucking primetime, just a microphone from nobody, Anyways, the type of cancer, God damn, now it's up in my ear. It hurts. What did I do? The type of cancer, I probably have it on my tongue, my sister did, was unspecified. I'll call it Russian cancer. New Lines reported in a story discussing a myriad of rumors about Putin's health. Here he is wishing his teammates good luck in an annual hockey game he usually participated in every year. He will not be participating because of his health problems this year. I'll translate for you because I do speak Russian.
Желаю вам удачи в ледовых поединках и всего самого.
Okay. One of you motherless fucks in the media started a rumor that I'm sick. I already have your children's genitals in a mayonnaise jar under my bed. Okay.
Всего доброго. И как в таких случаях говорят, пусть победит сильнейший.
Okay. As far as the hockey game goes, as you know, I scored 11 goals last year. Do you ever see this? He's out there with guys and they let him score. Just like when he goes golfing, he has like 3 hole-in-ones. As far as the hockey game goes, I hope you do better than my army. Lost 15,000 troops. Didn't know I had a bunch of biatches under me. Okay.
Желаю вам удачи в ледовых поединках и всего самого доброго.
Hold on. I wish you good luck in the ice battles. Is that like Dorothy Hamill going up against fucking,
Tara Lipinski.
thank you. Good going, brother, man. I was trying to think of a faggy guy. I couldn't think of the Johnny Ware. Remember that fucking thing? Anyways, and he says, as they say, may the best win. And, well, don't say much for your army. Anything else this Mama Luke has?
И как в таких случаях говорят, пусть победит сильнейший.
Oh, I'm not saying ish. Have you had this saying ish? The Russian restaurant here in Georgia? It's authentic saying ish. What a saying ish is the afterbirth of somebody who had triplets mixed in with a nice red-eye gravy.
Delicious.
Comrade, here is something that might be of interest to you.
Saraj.
Transcript of the conversation
A recipe
between
of
your
the-
helicopter pilot and his commander.
And his commander. Anyways, the recording represents rare testimony by someone with proven ties to the Russian government that its fanatical dictator may well be seriously unwell. Excuse me. The magazine stated of the comments made during a mid-March discussion with someone described as a Western venture capitalist. That rules out anybody in the Democrat Party. He absolutely ruined Russia's economy, Ukraine's economy, and many other economies, ruined them absolutely, the unnamed oligarch said of Putin on the tape. The problem is with his head. One crazy guy can turn the whole world upside down. And Putin replied to that guy,
I'm not crazy, I just don't give a fuck.
the man is an energy tycoon. This is the oligarch talking about him, anonymously. The man is an energy tycoon, at least he thinks anonymously, who is currently outside of Russia with a net worth that puts him on the list of now we're talking about the guy, the oligarch who's talking about Putin. This is his worth. 200, he's on the list of the 200 richest Russian businessmen. He can be heard on the tape vehemently criticizing the invasion of Ukraine and questioning the purpose of more than 15,000 Russian soldiers' deaths. And he says, we all hope, this is a Russian talking about Putin. Is it, or the guy, no, from Ukraine?
No, it's the Russian oligarch.
Oh, it's the oligarch. I'm confused, folks. I'll tell you. I get Russian flu. And he says, we all hope Putin dies from his cancer. Oh, this is his girlfriend. Or possibly from some intervention such as a coup to spare Russia from further misfortune. Wow, that's not sugarcoating it.
I know what you did. You're a damn...
Laid that right out there. Can't wait to see his head show up in the fucking freezer. The oligarch had no idea he was being recorded. Apparently not. On the 11-minute tape, New Line said, adding that it identified the man by his voice but withheld his name because they didn't want to be part of his death because of the high probability disclosing it would lead to state retaliation. That's an understatement. Nice cup of tea with Boris coming off. That imposes 15 years in prison for spreading the fake news. He stole Trump's fake news.
Can you stay categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir.
Oh, my God. One can only hope. Honestly, that's like, again, though, we talked about the guy, the heir to this guy. Some general, they say, makes this guy look like an Eagle Scout. But we've also heard, again, you don't know what to believe. Ukraine's intelligence said that there's already a coup. I think I'm getting to that in this story. It noted that Roman Abramovich, owner of the Chelsea Football Club in London, may have been poisoned in March. Amid his efforts to negotiate a peace deal with Ukraine, and said 8 other oligarchs, listen to this, folks, 8 other oligarchs have turned up dead since January, including 2 purported to have murdered their wives and children, which we don't even know if that's true. You know what I mean? Putin could have fucking wiped out the family before committing suicide. 1 in Spain and 1 in Moscow. So you don't really want to fuck over Mr. Putin, do you?
I told you a long time ago, you fucking little monkey, not to fuck me.
Boy, he sounded very Cuban. Hey, communism is communism. Ukraine's head of military intelligence also claimed Here we go. This is the interesting. Putin has cancer and suggested that a coup to remove the Russian leader is already underway. I don't know. Major Jen, let me wipe the jizz out of my eyes. Jen Kiryo Budnov said the heavy losses that Russian forces have suffered prelude a defeat by the end of the year and will eventually lead to the change of leadership of the Russian Federation. This guy's, what, 21? Jesus, moving up the ladder fast in Ukraine, huh, pal? The Times also cited an investigation by Prokyak, an independent Russian publication that disclosed that Putin is accompanied almost everywhere by 3 doctors, including an oncologist or cancer specialist, and a OBGYN and 2 feet doctors. What? Huh? Oh, and that the leader bathes... I forgot about this. It's the reason I picked the story. And that the leader, I read this last week, bathes in blood from the antlers of young reindeer, an alternative treatment he learned in Siberia.
Independent.
I don't even know. I just put that in there because I stumbled over it. And I liked it. He bathes in reindeer blood. I don't know if that's that big a deal because Angus Young of AC/DC used to bathe in virgin's blood at the hotel. They'd sacrifice a couple kids every night, a couple young broads. I like to shampoo my hair with my wife's period blood. It's an old Italian tradition.
Delicious.
Oh, God. That was Dallas. Just made my stomach. First of all, my wife hasn't had a period in a long time. I put an end to that with a snow shovel.
Would that be considered alternative treatment?
Oh, God. Yes. Snow shovel, strategically placed. One swing. Imagine he's bathing in rain. That's how you know, I'm sorry, that it must be serious. If he's doing that, well, yeah, he's nuts, but he's also must be really sick, right? You're not going to fucking do that, are you? If you're feeling good. Which is funny because he was always the Russian leaders are. It's all about appearance. Fucking never saw him with a shirt on the first 10 years of his administration. On his horse, wrestling a bear, punching on a waitress. This guy, anyhow, he's a leader and a scumbag. Unlike this guy, who's not a leader and a scumbag. Not a scumbag, but I'm talking about the new mayor of New York. The minute I read that he was running and read his credentials, I just said, and again, I'll say it again, these blue cities, they're not elected. People, they're placed in these positions. I really don't believe, after all that time with de Blasio, you guys would pick another person that was even an inch to the left of whatever, fucking Giuliani. Reason 558 to leave the rotten apple is the headline. New York City Mayor Eric Adams, God damn it. I think I got the vid again. Mayor Eric Adams today took action to bolster New York City's COVID-19 preparedness and prepared New Yorkers for any waves of, whatever in the future.
Will you shut up?
I agree.
Will you please shut up?
That's what he's doing. People, the crime is still through the roof. I don't know, 20 people were shot last weekend or something I read in the paper, whatever. This is what he's worried about. He should be out on the streets. I thought he was going to be that mayor on the subway with the packing his heat and meeting with the people. And remember he went to the gala at fucking Lincoln Center with all the rich fucking jerk-offs, and he's so far from what he was. Mayor Adams, the New York City Test and Trace Corps, it's called Test and Trace, the New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, DOHMH, and the New York City Department of Citywide Administrative Services, DCAF. You see, folks? You see how much they believe in government? People can't do anything. How many agencies do you need to get along? Announced the distribution of an additional 16.5 million at-home COVID-19 tests. I guess you're planning on to release another germ around November, is it? high-quality masks that will take place over the next month to 1,600 New York City public schools and the over 1,000 community organizations, libraries, cultural institutions, houses of worship, and Uncle Funnies, and elected officers participating in the city's at-home test distribution program. Hey, why don't you hand out pregnancy tests while you're at it? Maybe we can get the illegitimacy rate down to fucking 87% in your community. Droshkan, Brashin, Yakinsan. He said, I shit blood today and I don't feel good. The distribution effort joins other measures to blunt the worst impacts of the current wave. I didn't know there was a current wave in New York. Did you? I watch a lot of Fox News, and you know what? I don't hear anybody talking about a new wave in New York. Guys, I said this when they said it was over, you could take your remember what I said? They're going to keep it in the background just to remind you it's coming back. They can't be too obvious. Including the distribution of 35,000 COVID-19 courses of treatment to date, which have prevented, I like to see you prove this, nearly 2,000 hospitalizations in the city so far. Prove it. How do you fucking...
I kill you right now.
Kill me. I'm right here. Kill me.
Okay, I come with two chopsticks. I shove up your ass.
Oh, shoot chopstick. Come over here. Talk to me in the face.
Like a somebody.
Talk to me in the face. Fucking love that guy. The city has also distributed 20 million at-home yeast infection tests to big, fat, ugly girls. Good night, everybody. I'm Frank Gifford. The city has also distributed 20 million at-home tests to schools and participating community organizations to date, meaning this additional surge of tests will bring the total distributed at-home tests to over 36 million. Wow, that's terrific. As the city prepares to potentially hit a high alert level in the coming days. I haven't seen this on anywhere, but I'm sure local news in New York's all over it. Well, again, why are you still living there? What is it? You like the property taxes through the roof or being raped on the way to the ice cream parlor? High alert level in the coming days, ensuring free at-home testing is widely accessible to New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs. Additionally, eligible New Yorkers are encouraged to take advantage of free at-home delivery COVID-19 treatments. Regular home testing and wearing masks indoors, especially while cases rise. I'll repeat this. Wearing masks indoors, especially while cases rise, is the best way to keep yourself, those around you, and your community safe, said DOHMH Commissioner Dr. Ashwin Vasan. And there that, look at the Indian Jay Leno.
Shut your fucking mouth!
Exactly.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
I tell you, I'm not going to need money. I don't go need money. Doesn't he look like a young Leno? It does. Folks, again, this isn't about, it's not even about disease anymore. You don't even hear about deaths and shit. It's a fight about you do what I say or you're an asshole. That's what it's turned into. It's the elites telling you peasants, to put on your mask, you're unclean. That's all it is. Yes, it exists. I got it. I know that. But it's not the fucking, we're treating it like a pile of fentanyl. If you get too close to it, you get knocked out. Anyways, this dink says, I advise all New Yorkers to mask up indoors. Go fuck your sister. I'm not even in New York. Even if you have a negative test. And especially if you are unvaccinated, have not had your booster, or are in a high-risk category. Oh, so I'm in a high-risk category? Meanwhile, the people who have been boosted are getting it? You're still staying? Well, you got it? No. Yeah. Oh.
But people that are vaccinated, boosted, and the whole thing, they're dying. There's still people dying.
I know. I love it. Gutfeld. Greg, that's a joke. We argue because he got it right away. He got the booster. I mean, he got the jab. And I didn't. And I said, well, good luck to you. Enjoy your iron lung in 10 years. Or your dialysis machine. But he could be right, because then I got very sick. But I don't think so. The fact that people who got shots still getting sick proves I'm never getting it. I'd rather have the Chinese government kill me than my own government. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want Fauci's fingerprints on my corpse. I'd rather Ching Flau Ting Ang Ao. Or a high-risk category. Masks offer strong protection against ugly girls trying to pick you up at bars and transmitting COVID-19. We don't anticipate that this wave will last much longer. So hang in there, New York City. If we all do our parts, go back to Calcutta, you cocksucker. We can bring case numbers down in the coming weeks and get ready. Does anybody else know about this surge? And get ready for a wonderful summer. Please tell this guy to leave.
Who gives a fuck what you think?
I agree. You know, if it keeps going and the left has the way they want it, you know, we showed, what was her name? Patti LuPone, the actress, the Broadway actress, yelling at people. That's what people who vote Democrat think you're dirty. And they won't be happy until this shit is going on in the United States. Watch. This is China. How cold and nasty. How creepy. Huh? How Orwellian, how we're not that far away, folks. You keep voting in, well, you didn't vote in. You keep letting them steal elections. And again, I don't believe AOC or fucking terrorist shitface, what's her name, who fucks her brother? Ilhan Scumpale. I don't think any of them got elected. This is all part of the Cultural Revolution. That's how jaded I am. I can't take it. I only have 2 words to say to the Chinese.
拜登之子，亨特·拜登。
Yes, that's what I asked for. That and a side of fucking pineapple rice. Nick, come on with the Chinese stuff. That's old. Yeah, your mother's old. Anyways, let's change it. Let's quit picking on the Chinese. Black drug dealer, this is how it should read, kills 2 white teens with drugs, although the girl, my director pointed out, my producer is Asian, but come on, she looks whiter than I do. She fucking... Anyways, there's no doubt about the dealer, though. 2 high school seniors who had allegedly struggled with addiction were found dead with their fentanyl in their systems. The Texas teens have been identified as 17-year-old Grant Blodgett, seen here, and 18-year-old Eileen Sunderland. Look at handsome kid, beautiful girl. Dallas says she's Asian. I just think it's a son. Absolutely. Both. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine? This story gets even more bizarre. And by the way, folks, just to remind you, fentanyl is being made in China, goes to Mexico, they bring it in. And it's not an accident. Do you understand? The Chinese are playing the long game. They play on our weaknesses. Ooh, these idiots like drugs. You know what I mean? It's actually smart. Sunderland's mother, that would be the cute girl's mom, Mandy, found the teens, both of them, in her daughter's bedroom, which brings up a bunch of other questions, surrounded by drugs. They had both overdosed. Can you imagine walking in and finding that? That's horrible. They were surrounded by drugs, dead on the bed. The drugs were reportedly laced with fentanyl. We keep calling these overdoses, and they're not. They're not. They're poisoning these kids. I can't believe they have the balls. You know what I mean? Cocaine is laced with this shit sometimes. Boy, it should work if we had any. That shows you the appetite and demand for drugs in this country. You know what I mean? If you're at a party and let's say one guy brought all the drugs and 3 people, the first 3 people that took them dropped dead, I'd just go, you know what? I'm good, thanks. But no, we have such an appetite. These kids read in the paper, people dying of fentanyl, and it's like a hot batch. You know what I mean? It's not taking too much. It'll kill you. So again, China, Mexico. Abdulbat Adewale, there he is. Surprise. 19 was arrested for providing drugs to the students. He just looks as dumb as the day is long. Record show Adewale is being held at Montgomery County Jail with a $15,000 bond. He was charged with 2 second-degree felony charges. I'm not seeing the word murder in there. For the manufacture or delivery of a controlled substance causing death or serious bodily injury. Are you happy, dude?
There's something wrong with the black man's mind. There's something wrong with his mind.
Well, white people too. We saw that asshole up in Buffalo. Let me point that out. Anyways, text messages discovered by authorities showed Adewale listen to this. The dealer, this guy, told the teens, the 2 dead kids, someone had already died from heroin he had given them. And these kids still go. And go, Think about that. How much they were jonesing for it. That's all that is. Investigators said the Adewale knew the drugs could and would likely kill them.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No, Will Robinson. Danger.
I mean, he was honest enough to tell them. I mean, that's actually an honest drug dealer. There's got to be more to the story. How do we know that? Are we taking his word that he told them?
You'd be incriminating yourself even further if you're making it up. So it's just, I don't know, the whole thing is weird.
Yeah, they can look at exactly. I guess they have Well, who'd you give it to, the first guy who died? And I don't know. The Texas Penal Code says if someone dies or suffers serious bodily injury from a drug, the punishment for the person is watching Full House reruns for a week around the clock. Who made or delivered it goes up by 1 degree. His punishment goes up by 1 degree. Oh, great. What do they mean, the electric chair goes up 1 degree? From boiling to sim. Adewale had previously been charged with 3 counts of possession. Okay, this is previously of a controlled substance and had completed a program. You can stick your drug programs, by the way, you people who go, never mind jail, it's a sickness, they need help, stick it up your ass. Put them in a cell, let them fucking detoxify, and sometimes that can kill you. Well, good luck. And other times they get clean. Let's do it that way. And had completed a program and had the charges dropped. So he completed some fucking program, had the charges dropped, and you thought what? He was going to go out and become an engineer? Fucking people. Oh, exactly.
Kill the white people!
They had that tape on him. 8-track. Mandy had planned to take Irene, Mandy's the mom, Irene, the cute little daughter, to rehab on the same day. Both teens struggled with addiction for years, despite being active in their high school and making post-grad plans. The teens died just weeks before graduation. Of course they did. God, think about that. This happens every day, folks. 100,000. And what's Eric Adams concentrating on? COVID, which has killed, I love this number, it's killed over 1 million Americans. Yes, all in their late 80s with fucking cirrhosis of everything. I can't take it. Now, here's a story that made my blood curdle. And it so typifies the United States in this kid's generation. I even think it's staged. That's how cynical I am. And we know at what level the left plays at. A lot of those things that go viral that show some guy on the right being an asshole, a lot of that shit is staged. Hate to break it to you. Virtue signaler, and you know how we know that? Those bots are. How about all the bot accounts out there? Virtue signaler goes viral. A Lyft driver in Pennsylvania ordered a couple out of his car after the woman made racist remarks, expressing surprise to see a white guy behind the wheel, video shows. Driver James Bode posted a video of the alarming exchange which took place, that's called signaling, which took place Friday outside a drinking hole in Catasquaw called Fossil's Last Stand. Anyways, let's take a look. I'll explain it to you ahead of time. Let's take a look at the video. the woman and her boyfriend, she gets in the car first and is like, wow, you're a white guy. But which I've actually said to cab drivers in New York and they fucking belly laugh. You know what I mean? Because there's, literally, I fucking had a white Irish guy, you know, fucking, and he was fucking belly laugh. I go, you're not a sheik? You're not a fucking, you know. That makes me such a horrible racist. Anyways, they get in the car. She makes remarks about him being white, being surprised or whatever the fuck. And then this jerk off has to vert. Anyways, maybe you guys have a different take. I hope this kid, I hope he expires. Take a look. Look at his face already.
Hello. For Jackie, right?
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, you're like a white guy.
What's that?
Are you like a white guy?
Excuse me?
Are you like a normal guy? Like you speak English? Sorry.
No, you can get out of the car. I'm gonna cancel a ride. That's inappropriate.
What?
It's completely inappropriate. If somebody was not white sitting in the seat, what would be the difference?
Pause. What would be the difference? Let me explain it to you. Guy who's probably never been to a big city. What would be the difference? There'll be a cultural barrier sometimes explaining where you want to go, direction. It would smell like a dead carcass a lot of times. Not all the times. All kinds of differences. Mr. Guy's never left his white neighborhood. Look, I'm not defending her, whatever. But that was, this guy thinks he's going to live in a world where he finds something inappropriate that makes him uncomfortable. So he's going to just say, get out. So let's play some more.
Are you serious?
She said, wow, you're a white guy.
Stop.
That's okay. I'm not going to take the ride. You guys can get out.
Wow, what a hero.
Completely inappropriate.
Oh, you're a fucking asshole.
It's all on
You're
camera,
a piece
man.
of shit.
It's all on camera.
I should punch you in the fucking face.
You're going to threaten me.
Yeah,
Assault.
Yeah, fuck you.
Wow.
Because you guys are racist fucks.
You're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Fucking nigger lover. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here.
No, I'm calling the cops on you, man.
What a bitch.
It's all on camera. It's all on camera.
There you go.
You guys own the place. Is it your place? That's great. Everyone's going to know. Fossil's last stand for black people, right? Yeah, fuck off.
Look, obviously I don't agree with the remark, the boyfriend, your antelope, whatever the fuck. But whatever. This is America. You know what I mean? So, and he has a right to throw them out of his fucking thing. I got no problem with that. Okay? But jerk off here is going to cancel them. Because he didn't like the fucking, his idea of racist shit they were saying. So he is a virtue. He goes home, puts it up. That's the definition of virtue signaling. And now you want me to, I got more shit to say. You're going to tell me if that was a, there should have been a reverse the races, I guess, huh? If that's a fucking, if that's a black driver, if a black couple get in, and said some racist shit. You know what I mean? Generalizing. If a black couple got in and said, wow, you're a white driver in this neighborhood, you're going to tell me he would have had a problem with that. Right? Because that's his problem, stereotyping people. And it makes him uncomfortable because he's above you. And again, those people are garbage, whatever. I don't have a problem. But the fact that this jerk-off has to run home and go, look what I did tonight. I'm a Superman. And put their business name, whatever the fuck. See, that's the hero on Twitter. Those are the fucking heroes. And all you people who are defending him, he got all kinds of positive. Good for you, kid. Glad you're out there, Okay, you want me to believe this guy's never had a racist thought in his life or said a racist word in his life. Because those are the only people that are qualified to judge other people. That person doesn't exist. White, black, Asian, Indian. Doesn't fucking exist. He's as big a scumbag as those two are. But he's getting lauded on fucking social media. There's the difference. Big fucking hero. Look what I did. What's the difference if there was a black guy driving the cab? Or whatever. I could have sworn. And again, he has the right to kick them out. They have a right to say, and that should be the end of it. That's how adults would handle it. But no, he's on a crusade with Joe Biden, who we know is racist, leading that crusade. With the squad, we know is racist. This guy probably hates older white guys more than the fucking older black couples do. My point is, you don't have the fucking right to judge people. That's inappropriate, he says. If somebody was not white sitting here, we already went through that. What difference would it make? Yeah, shut it.
It's a sick question. You're a sick fuck, and I'm not that sick that I'm going to answer it.
Anyways, the man turns indignant, is heard cursing Bode. You're a fucking asshole, the man's.
Yes, sir.
He is. There was a police report filed only because of the assault threat. This is him talking on social media, the driver. Not sure if that will do anything. If you make me feel uncomfortable, I will absolutely do the same, especially in my car or property, he said.
You're a wormy cocksucker, you know that?
So he lives in a world, he grew up in a bubble where anything makes him uncomfortable. This is a whole generation of jerk-offs. Ooh, your words are making me uncomfortable in a comedy club. I'm going to have you canceled. That's who that is. Again, that pair that got in the back, no fucking prizes either, but I'd hang with them before I'd hang with this jerk-off. How about that? Well, Nick, you're a I don't give a fuck. Thank you. Here's some of the comments for the stupidest generation of. Thank you for showing how to calmly and courageous. Oh, that took a bunch of balls. Be anti-racist. I respect and admire you, one user wrote, who doesn't think through the whole thing because he has a natural reflex, or she does, a reflexive political correctness. Look at this is him. Look, he's got his Venmo number up there. Fuck racism, he puts. Wow. You know what? I'd move in with that white couple before I even talk to you. How about that? I'm going to up the ante. Piece of shit.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Who, me or him? Take it easy. The Morning Call, that's the publication, identified the woman as borrowed, I'm just going to say Jackie, who reportedly shut down the joint's website and Facebook page because a bunch of fucking sheep, a generation of lemmings, obviously came after her on social media because they couldn't think further than their, ooh, that's racist. So all those people that are shitting all over her, trying to ruin her business, you've never done anything racist in your life. Your mother's box. Hartford and Bode could not be reached for comment, but the driver thanked his supporters in a subsequent Facebook post. Of course he did. That's what it was all about.
When I fucking smash his fucking face in.
And again, I'm not even fucking sure that wasn't staged. That was inappropriate. If you were watching Richard Pryor and he fucking cursed, would you say that's inappropriate? Well, that's comedy. Well, no, he's talking about his real life. You make me uncomfortable. Therefore, I shall ruin your business. I say everybody go to, what was it called? Something fossil? The fucking Last Stand?
Fossil Last Stand.
Fossil Last Stand. Everybody go there. It's the only way you're going to fight this shit. And you know there's a million people who have my angle on it. Fossil's Last Stand. PA or PA? Was it?
Pennsylvania.
No, Pennsylvania, I know. Where you going? Fossil's Last Stand, Pa? It's like the rifleman, Pa. Anyways, let's stay on the politically correct and how it's language that they love to shut down. Headline, pronoun police added again. 3 Wisconsin middle schoolers, I'll repeat this, are being sued for sexual harassment by their school district for refusing to use they, them pronouns when referring to another student. You believe that?
Fucking quit!
Oh, take it easy. Come on, Paulie. We all got to live in a world together. According to the Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty, that's known as WILL, which is representing the defendants, the 3 8th-grade boys are being sued under the Title IX for using incorrect. Title IX is there can't be any sex discrimination on camp, anything to do with education, college, and most college. Incorrect pronouns. Title IX for using incorrect pronouns in their Kiel area school district. The district's position appears to be that once a student informs others of alternate preferred pronouns, any subsequent mispronouncing automatically constitutes punishable sexual harassment under the Title IX, which it does not, if you know anything about Title IX.
That's so ridiculous.
A press release form will stated explaining, so these are the kids, this is the organization that's defending kids, explaining that the boys were simply using biologically correct pronouns. Now that's going to get you. Everybody thought this was like a Babylon Bee headline and shit when it came out. I didn't. I understand right where they're going. Remember the thing somebody sent me? I got it on my phone in my photos. It said it didn't start with gas chambers. It started with one party dominating another, controlling the media. Anyways, so these kids, yeah, they should get in trouble because they didn't use they or whatever the fuck.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
The mere use of biologically correct pronouns.
We've got video if you want it.
Oh, did I go buy it? Sorry, brother. Yeah, go ahead. Roll that shit.
I received a phone call from the principal over at the elementary school forewarning me, letting me know that I was going to be receiving an email with sexual harassment allegations against my son.
Rosemary Rabidou's 13-year-old son, Braden, is one of the 3 8th-grade Kiel Middle School students accused of sexual harassment.
Kill you!
Something she disputes.
He said he's being allegedly charged with sexual harassment for not using proper pronouns.
It's just so ridiculous.
The mere use of biologically correct pronouns not only does not constitute, this is the lawyers talking, defending the kids, sexual harassment under the Title IX or the district's own policy. It is also speech protected by the goddamn First Amendment. A will letter to the administrator states, somebody's got his head on straight.
You are correct, sir.
Attorneys at will argue that forcing, attorneys at will argue that forcing children to use biologically and grammatically incorrect pronouns amounts to a First Amendment violation. They have to know this, the left. They can't be that dumb. And is an attempt by the school district to broaden the scope of the Title IX so as to limit, obviously, straight students' speech. The district also appears to protect administrators. Listen to this. Administrators who use proper pronouns in contravention of their interpretation of Title IX. In other words, they've heard teachers say he and she to these kids, and they don't get in trouble. The use of they, them pronouns in particular is awkward. It's grammatically incorrect. How much more do you guys need to know they're taking our society apart at the very start with the language? Is awkwardly grammatically incorrect and until recently unheard of, the letter goes on, indeed illustrating how difficult it is to refer to a single person as they, them. Our clients have frequently heard the Title IX investigators, the investigators themselves, teachers, other staff, and students refer to the student in question as she or her. It's about being a straight white boy. That's what it's about.
You fucking hypocrite.
Exactly. Luke Berg commented on the case in a press, what's he, 11? In a press release saying the school district is slapping 8th graders with the Title IX investigations for what amounts to be protected speech. School administrators can't force minor students to comply with their preferred mode of speaking, Berg said, and they certainly shouldn't be slapping 8th graders with Title IX investigations for what amounts to protected speech. This is a terrible precedent to set with enormous ramifications, meaning these kids, it could ruin their reputations. You know, this shit, you know what I mean? Ever see that commercial? Andy, my wife, laughs at it. It's the worst acting. There's a guy there, and there's a woman, and they're like FaceTiming each other or whatever, Zooming, and she's trying to hire him for a job. She's there. You've done we just have to clear up a few things. Can you answer what this is about? And shit starts coming up on the internet about something he did in the past. And he goes, that's still up there? That is so false. It's the worst acting you have ever. That's what they're talking about, though. You know what I mean?
We have a picture of one of the teachers.
All right. Here's a picture of one of the teachers. Holy shit! Look at that bitch. Look at that greasy lesbian.
Kiss my ass.
Hey! Well done, Dallas. You set that up nice. I was just going to throw it up there. I am kind of pretty. I look like a dyke from Sicily.
I'd do it.
Of course you would. You're a fucking animal. You're like Joe Pesci in Raging Bull. Yeah, you know me, I'd fuck anything. All right, anyways, that's it. But bullying, it has to do, they said these kids are bullying these trans kids by not using the right, no, it's not even trans kids. Whoever wants to use a pronoun. They say they're bullying them, and I made the point to somebody at Fox News that forcing kids to use certain words is bullying. That's the bullying. I call it linguistic bullying. I don't even know if it's the right word to use in that context, but that's bullying. Who the fuck do you think you are? And you got to fight back. Kids, I'm talking to you out there. I know you don't watch my show. You're too young, but tell your kids, parents, they should start calling them fat, faggy fucks. Yeah, no, I'm serious. Only way you're going to get rid of political correctness is being politically incorrect. Say, look, years ago, gay people said, we just want to be recognized and respected. We don't want to be picked on, blah, blah, blah. Now, the slippery slope has come, and they're torturing your children with laws and speech codes and whatever the fuck. So you tell your kid or daughter, next time says you have to call me this or that, to put a foot in their ball bag or snatch. That's Uncle Nick talking. Here's a couple, real quick. This reminded me in high school, the kid in blue. That's why I want to play this clip. I still don't know if that's Macaulay Culkin on the right. I don't know if that's a girl or a boy. Play the vid.
So I feel like I was always living in fear in junior high, and then when Lady Gaga came around, I just felt like kind of like this newfound
That's
sense
why I had that something in common with her.
just by
Lady
watching
Gaga freaked me up
in the world.
That's a girl on the left, by the way. Yeah, that's a girl on the left. So again, folks, I know easy targets and shit, but they're picking the fights now. They're picking the fights, going after straight white kids who aren't going to buy this bullshit. And you parents, let me tell you something. Every time a story comes out like this, Mr. Biden, and you defend it and all your fucking cronies, your hole's getting deeper. So, you never won anyways. But anyways, you're getting your just desserts. That's it. I'm so upset I have blood coming out of my nipples. Don't forget to sign up monthly, please, at the Comics Gym. That's GYM.com. And at Patreon.com. If you want to know where I'm touring and doing comedy live, I'm like the Stones. I'm best seen live. Go to nickdip.com. Click on the tour button. Or click on merchandise. You can buy something. And don't forget Cameo.com. If you want me to roast a friend or relative, a little minute-and-a-half video busting their chops, go to Cameo.com. Click on my profile, tell me about the person. They'll explain how it's done. That's it for today, Tuesday in the books. You guys think that I'll say it? You're very welcome. See you back here tomorrow at the same time. Take care.